Hello people who cannot sit at home, thank you so much for joining me. Today is a really exciting video because first of all it's the first video of the 2023 and second of all it is a collection, and I thought really hard about this, of all of the things you can do indoor in Toronto and Ontario area. Every single one of these places, of course, I have been and I really enjoyed, and they are amazing for when the weather is not the best. So it could be winter time, it could be springtime, any really time when the weather is not great and you don't want to be outside. And another thing I would like to tell you about is, of course, my Ontario road trip journal. So this book, and I'm going to link it down below, it is a nice kind of combination of, again, all of the things you can do outdoor or indoor in Ontario. I'm very proud of it. I think it's a great collection of just different things. So it has 12 full-day road trips, it has 36 one-location trips, 20 unique food places, and 10 games. There's a digital version of the book and there is also a actual printed version of the book, and both of them I'm gonna link down below. But without further ado, let's go right into our video. So the very first thing I would like to recommend is the OHYO Fun claw machines space game area. I don't know what to call it. It's very bright, it's very new. It's currently in the Empress Walk, which is the North York Center station if you're arriving by subway, and it has tons of different toys. You can walk around, just look at the toys. They have like Hello Kitty, they have just, you know, octopuses and just a lot of different toys. And the way to play them is you get tokens. So I think 22 tokens you get for $20. So roughly each of the items, each of the toys is going to be about $4, but you gotta win it. Over here is me showing you all of the wonderful things that they have. I also, of course, really love the decor. It's very neon, very fun, perfect for kids, perfect for a date night. That's what we did. And there are also different kind of toys, like not the soft ones, but the, you know, kind of these statuettes. And here are the coins that I'm using. And over here, I'm going to showcase how amazing I am at this, which I am totally not. Out of the all of the 22 coins, I unfortunately only won once. So over here is me trying for a duck, and I have successfully failed. And I did win one lobster. It was amazing. I am very happy. So I did end up going home with a toy. But overall, it's just good fun, really cool experience. Claw and Kitty is another place very similar. They are slightly different in terms of like the toys that they have. From what I remember, I think they have smaller toys, so they're not as expensive. I think the strawberry was something like under $2, and you also, of course, have to win it. And with them, they had these cool guys walking around, and they gave us tips on how to play. So this specifically location, the guys told us to press the button twice. So first when you release the claw, and then when the claw kind of comes together. And over here are my winnings. I won a strawberry and a bunny. And this place also has like a laying down, very flat to the ground game. Maybe it's for the kids, but it looked really cool. And the next place I want to talk to you about is the Archer's Arena. Over here I'm showing you where it's located. Right away you're greeted with this cool throne. I was there for influencers night, so we basically played, but then afterwards I was allowed to kind of, you know, take some video of the space. So this is not really the game time, but what they have is, of course, the archery, where you have the archery, the end of it is kind of like a marshmallow, so it's nice and soft. It doesn't over here is me shooting it, it doesn't hurt you. And of course you wear the protective gear. They also have saber wars. Here's the saber, and here are two of the influencer colleagues doing some fun games. And they also have Nerf guns, and they have this balloon big ball thing. Most of them are parties. So for example, if you have a birthday party, definitely amazing. But they also have open nights at different times where you can do different sports. Up next, we're gonna go to spa. Actually, there's gonna be two spas. So the first spa is over here, Go Place Spa. It's in Markham. Very beautiful, very kind of fresh looking. This was an old movie theater, so for sure has that feel without it, of course, looking like that, but it has like lots of space, beautiful decor. I think there's like insane amount of rooms. There is like the Jade room, over here is a cold room. I think there's like maybe, I want to say like 12 different kind of spa sauna rooms. And of course a lot of just relaxing areas. Over here, this is the agate room, and I loved the stones. I think they're so beautiful just to look at. But it was also pretty hot in there too, so you do sweat a lot. While you're in the spa, you of course can eat certain things. So they have one of those, sushi places where you order through the tablet. They have the tea over there. You can also order pretty much live lobster over there, and they will prep it for you. I love their sushi in there. If you're in there, make sure to order their maki and their sushi. I love the food there. The next spa I want to talk to you about is the Thermea Spa Village. It is also, I would say it's a whole day event. Like if you're gonna go here, you will probably spend the whole day, same as the Go place. But this one has the outdoor areas as well. So this is a little bit indoor together with outdoor, because the idea is that you go outside and there are different jacuzzis, hot jacuzzi, or there are cool kind of pools. There's a lot of areas to relax that don't have like they're kind of room temperature. And there's of course a lot of saunas, and there's a number of steam rooms, and it's a whole day event for sure. These guys also have rituals, which is where a professional a professional spa representative does a bit of a ritual where you get to smell amazing aromas and things like that. Over here we are at the restaurant. We got the charcuterie board. We got some really yummy drinks. It was amazing. Definitely great restaurant. Highly recommend. And for this spa, make sure to take slippers, make sure to take a bathing suit, and I also like to take my hat. Over here is me swimming and enjoying, and have a great day spying away. Next, we're gonna go to Hamilton. Over here, we're going to Gage Park Greenhouses. So this is a fairly new, I'm not sure how many years, but it's fairly new greenhouse. And I think it's kind of redone. The space of it has been redone recently, and it's free to enter. Do check if they're open, because sometimes they do close for like special events. But the inside is amazing. The space of it is beautiful. The different types of trees they have. Of course, it's nice and warm in there. They even have the waterfall together with pond, and the pond had turtles. Like what else? What else do you need? It's a bit of a getaway almost. So I also think there's a lot of things to do in Hamilton. So definitely one of those places that is worth going. Going back to the Toronto area, this is in Markham, and it is called After Queen Tea Shop. So at first, and by the way, you do need to pre-book. It's best if you pre-book. So at first, it's kind of in the mall, and you don't understand what exactly, where is the shop. But then you do find it's kind of straight ahead, and it's tiny. It's not a very big space, but it's so cozy, and it's all vintagey, and all of the elements are kind of mismatched, but in the most beautiful way. They had this gorgeous stained glass window that they told me it was from the 70s, and I asked if they can be, turned on. Is there light? And there was light, and over here they're showing me that it can be turned on. It's very beautiful. Over here first we started with the quiche and a salad, and here is the beautiful afternoon tea. Everything was really lovely, very fresh, and the tea itself, I feel like we got like a chocolate one and some kind of a fruity tea, and both of them were excellent. Very lovely afternoon, highly recommend. Next up we have JTown. So this is also kind of in the Markham area, and it's an interesting place. By the way, JTown means Japanese town, so everything in here, as I understand, is Japanese. And first it's kind of, you have this kind of main area, but then there's so many different stores that you can go into. So over here we went into kind of homeware and kitchenware, lovely items. But what I think really I enjoyed the most are different cakes and different pastries and different food things that JTown had to offer, just like unusual sandwiches over here. Cakes are beautiful. They have a different kind of way of making it. This place over here was a really beautiful. I've never seen cakes like that. I'm not really sure what's happening here, but they are so cool. I wish we ordered some. We did not because we already bought a few things, but it looks so beautiful. If you're there, please let me know how it is. What we did get is we got the mochi over here. There's a mochi shop, and over here is me eating it. I got the coffee and matcha. Matcha was not great for me, but the coffee was great. And this last matcha little cupcake and sesame seed croissant was also really excellent. So basically JTown for me is more like, you know, food excursion, something unique, something really fun to try. Up next, we're gonna go and I'm gonna talk to you about two antique places that are very outstanding. So first is Nostalgic Journey. This is in Peterborough, so it is a bit of a drive. This is about an hour or an hour and a half, I'd say, depending on the traffic, of course. And I want to tell you what is so special. So when you first walk in, it's pretty normal, you know, regular antique, but then you see things like this. So this is the, sorry, I don't remember the name, Jabba, something like that, from the Star Wars. Then you have a whole wall full of phones that's all vintage and really cool looking. Then you have a whole kind of section with Coca-Cola and different memorabilia associated with that. There's a Barbie doll house that is, I'm guessing, 70s, maybe earlier, and that's what they played with. So this place has, actually, it's a huge place. You can spend good 2-3 hours in there. This is my favorite place. They have a section that's kind of home decor. If you like anthropology, you will love this over here because this is like authentic vintage. It's very, I don't know how to describe it. It's just beautiful vintage paintings and home decor pieces and flowers and just the most unique dishware, and everything is not even that expensive. I mean, of course, they are vintage pieces, but I wouldn't say they're through the roof. Over here's a beautiful typewriter for like $50. Very, very decently priced. One of a kind antiques and collectibles. These guys are located in Woodstock, which is also a bit of a drive. This is about 2 hours. Again, this is, I would go there for the whole day. That's my suggestion. There are 3 floors. There are 3 floors of vintage. You're gonna be whatever it is that you're into, or even if you're not into vintage, you will start to be into vintage after you finish with this place. So over here is Homer Simpson. I mean, they have so many just unique pieces. There's a almost life-size Barbie. There is a whole section that's kind of like gothy looking, heels with blood all over them. I just love how there are certain kind of people that collect things, of course, according to their tastes, and that's what makes this place very interesting. And one more thing that was amazing for me in terms of this specific place is that they have such a large collection of Barbies, like vintage Barbies. So $459 over there. The other one was $200. They're just, you know, collectible pieces, but you can definitely see them there. And I mean, you could buy them if you have that kind of money. And I'm such a Barbie lover, so this was a joy for me. Definitely love this vintage place, this antique place. Up next, we're heading to Niagara Falls. This place is called Niagara Parks Power Station. So it's fairly new, actually. So the first part, there are 2 parts. The day part is you can take the tunnel, you go and you enter the actual power station, and in there's information, but there's also access to the tunnel that's part of that fee. And they take you in an elevator, you come outside, and then you just walk this tunnel it's really cool, very impressive. It was pre-built a long time ago. Sorry, I don't know the history enough to tell you. You can definitely read about that. And I think the walk was about 15 minutes. It was not too long, but it was kind of creepy and lovely at the same time. It was very impressive. It was very atmospheric. And then you see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you're almost there. And then they provide the plastic cover-ups for you to put on. And over here, you get to see the beautiful Niagara Falls. And yes, it does get wet, so I would watch out for that, but it is mainly inside. So over here is the night portion of the Niagara Parks Power Station. This you need to buy separately. This is a kind of a immersive show, but this is the kind of immersive show that I think I haven't actually experienced. So the uniqueness of it is that when you walk around, things follow you. Like these graphics, they follow you and they change into different types. Like there will be lines later on and things like that. But it was just so cool to me that they follow you. And then the show starts. The show, I'd say about an hour, somewhere around that. Very eventful, lots of kind of digital things happening. They're using the space of the place to kind of tell the story about the Niagara Parks power station, and it's pretty fascinating. You basically kind of get literally immersed and you learn about how it was created, how from water you get energy. So that concludes my video about all of the indoor things you can do in Ontario. And of course, please subscribe, like, and share if you enjoyed this. Thank you so much. Bye. Hello, people who cannot sit at home. Thank you so much for watching me. People who cannot sit at home. Hello, people who cannot sit at home. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is a really exciting video. I am very... Today, this is my first video of the new year, and I